Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 secrets into building and maintaining an aesthetic physique. For those of you that are new here, my name is Scott. I'm a full-time fitness coach, which means I help people like you along their unique fitness journey. I've helped many clients already in achieving their fitness and aesthetic goals, and I'm here to share some of the knowledge that I've gained in coaching some of my most successful clients. So hopefully this helps some of you, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. If you're still watching this video, please take a moment to go like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel so much. But if you're not subscribed yet, come on now, what are you doing? Okay, sorry for the shameless plug. Back to the video. So jumping straight into it, the first secret into building an aesthetic physique is to start thinking of food as fuel. I mean, if you think about it, that literally is what food is. Food is what fuels the activities that we perform every single day, whether that be working out, walking, breathing, metabolizing. And I put this as first on the list because I think prioritizing nutrition will be the first step that anybody has in achieving their aesthetic goals. It truly surprises me how many people don't really understand how to fuel their bodies properly. If you start to switch your mindset from eating whatever you want and whenever you feel like to eating based on how much you need to perform at your best, that is gonna be a huge game changer. If you're always eating the tastiest foods based on your cravings, trust me, it probably won't work out in your favor. And I can guarantee you that most of your favorite foods are probably your favorite because they're high calorie or processed in some way. If you start to think of food as fuel, you won't really feel pressured to eat the tastiest things every single meal. And instead, you'll feel motivated by eating the right amounts of foods in order to make your body feel good. And I know nutrition is a lot, it can be very nuanced, but it can also be quite simple. I'm gonna break it down into 4 simple tips. Home cooked meals, prioritize whole foods that are minimally processed, hit your protein goals, and eat more veggies and fruits. If you do these 4 things, I guarantee you will be a step in the right direction for most of you guys watching. So yeah, that's secret number 1 in building an aesthetic physique. I put that at the top of the list because I think it's the most important. Start to think of food as fuel, eat out moderately, maybe just for social occasions. The second tip into building an aesthetic physique is to turn fitness into a lifestyle. The reason I put this on the list is because I see far too many people starting their fitness journey trying to achieve a specific physique, and then once they get there, they stop. Trust me, the moment you stop is the moment your body will revert back to its old habits, and that's why you see so many people yo-yoing up and down. In my opinion, fitness isn't something you start and stop. It's truly a commitment to a lifestyle. And in order to make fitness into a lifestyle, you have to remain curious and continuously try things until you find something that works for you. Instead of walking on a treadmill, go to a dance class. Instead of the elliptical, try out that group kickboxing class that you were interested in. The point here is you want to have movement as a priority, no matter what it is. From my personal experience, if I'm working and sedentary all day, I genuinely do not feel good at the end of the day. I feel anxious, more tired than if I did go work out, and overall being sedentary to me just does not feel good. And I want you to get to that point where your body craves movement. And that means trying new things and finding things that work for you and incorporating that into your lifestyle. The third secret into building an aesthetic physique is to incorporate resistance training 3 to 5 times a week. I feel like this is somewhat self-explanatory, but nonetheless, let me explain. Talking about aesthetic physiques, I think the one thing that they have in common is lean muscle. But how do you achieve lean muscle? You have to have muscle to begin with. So no matter what type of exercise or training style that you like, whether it be yoga or Pilates or running every day, you won't have that aesthetic dream body of yours until you incorporate strength training to build muscle and achieve the body that you want. Now, I recommend strength training 3 to 5 times a week, and there are so many different workout splits that you can do based on your availability. For example, if you can only commit 3 days of resistance training per week, you have a variety of different splits you can do. You can do 3 full body days. You could do a push-pull leg split. Or if you're a girl and you want to prioritize lower body, you can do a lower, upper, lower split. And the days you're not resistance training, you can start to prioritize your other forms of training or exercise, like kickboxing or basketball or pickleball. The same thing goes if you're available for 4 or 5 days of the week for strength training. There are many different splits that can cater to your goals specifically. And this leads us to our 4th secret into building an aesthetic physique. It's to bias the areas you want to develop. So in order to develop a well-rounded physique or a physique that you want, you may want to bias the areas that require more growth. So for example, I know the girls love having a nice juicy booty. So when I program for a girl that wants to achieve that type of look, I'll make sure I put more emphasis on her lower body days so that naturally in her split, it'll get worked out a little bit more. So kind of like the example that I used before, a 3-day training split for a girl that wants to prioritize her lower body may look like lower body, upper body, lower body. The only thing that I caution when biasing the areas that you want to develop more, you still want to incorporate antagonistic exercises for every movement that you have. And this is because you want to avoid muscular imbalances that may develop over time. So do it in a way where you're not overdeveloping one area and completely neglecting another. If you do that, it might have some more complex complications down the road. Now, the last and final tip that I have in building that dream physique of yours is to be process oriented. You shouldn't be solely motivated just based on how you'll look at the end of the process. Trust me, if that is your only motivator, your journey is gonna look so helpless. Like if you don't see the results that you were expecting in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it's gonna be so demoralizing. What I mean when I say be process oriented is to create a workout routine that works for you every single week. Maybe for you, this looks like 4 strength training sessions a week, 3 cardio sessions, a kickboxing class, and a Pilates class. And if every day you do the thing that you said you were going to do, celebrate that. Like your fitness journey and this whole process should be fun. You should be having fun along the way, even without seeing instantaneous results. So stop being motivated by how you'll look at the end of it and try to be motivated by a process that you created for yourself that works for you. And trust me, the results will come eventually. Honestly, 5 tips might not have been enough. I feel like I have so much more to say, but if I had to pick my top 5 things, that's what it would be. To summarize, number 1, think of food as fuel. Number 2, turn fitness into a lifestyle. Number 3, resistance train 3 to 5 times a week. Number 4, bias the areas that you want to develop. And number 5, be process oriented. I really hope this helped some of you guys out there. If you'd like to work with me, click the link in the description below. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe button if you haven't already. And with that, I'll see you at the next one. Peace.